Hey, what about today, OH? Woo! My name's Roger Dale Hightower, and I am an alcoholic. I mean front and back. No, why I gotta read it. The powers to be of the hotel has asked, in case of a fire, the AAs are to stay seated. The Al-Anons are to stay seated till the AAs get out. Why did you read it? Put me up. I had nothing to do with that. Did you hear me, Angie? Man, I'm so proud to be here, y'all. I mean it. Because there's some people here from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm not going to embarrass them too bad. But they're here, man. It's so good to see them. Go on, Mike. Stand up. Look at it. And it's a special night. It really is. Kentucky is playing South Carolina right now. Yeah, y'all in bad shape. But I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date is November the 12th, 1990. And I don't want another one. That's it. I'm done. I'm fried like taters. Hell, man, I'm gone. I don't want another one. And I love to do this. I mean it. You know how a lot of people say, of all the things I do for AA, this is one of the things I hate. Well, sit down. Man, really? I mean, we got people here dying to get up here. I like doing it because I'm going to drop it like it's hot. And I'll let y'all wade in it after I'm gone. And I know what to do when let me clarify that. I want to thank the committee. The committee, y'all. I'll just see if y'all still awake. And Randy called me a year ago and left a message on my phone. I thought, man, who is this guy? Is he selling produce or what? This is Randy. Is Roger there? I said, shut up. I love being around intelligent people. Just hard to find anymore. And I'm telling you, this is probably the dumbest talk y'all ever heard. So don't get on me, get on Randy. But I swear, man, I love being sober. I love AA. I love everything about it, from the hateful people to the happy people. Oh, we got them. Don't act like we ain't got them. They're right here in South Carolina, too. They're here, y'all. Don't pick at them. If you're real serious, we're sorry. We really are, man. But I love AA. I love everything about it. I live in Florida. Shut up. Seminole, Florida. Seminole's close to Clearwater and Largo. Got it? All right. Just checking. And man, it's a good place to live. If there's any single women, I want to get this out right now. I'm married. Don't even think about it. I've been watching y'all Google eye going through the hall. Hey. Yes, they did. And I ain't shy. I do it back. Hey. But my wife always tells me, she said, when you go to these things, you make sure you say, ain't nobody getting funky with Chunky. Yeah. I ain't right. But I know what to do when asked to come here. Our book, what are you looking at? Oh, y'all looking at the TV. And they're sitting over. Can you see my teeth? They go all the way around. I know the serious people are sitting here. Look at him. It's all right. This is painless. This ain't gonna hurt nobody. This will be over and I'll be down the road. Do it again, y'all. I love it. Never been on TV, except the news. Wasn't my fault. But my home group is the Monday Night Speakers Group, meets in St. Petersburg, Florida, and we meet on Monday night. This ain't a joke. It ain't, because in Kentucky, where I'm originally from, in Western Kentucky was a Tuesday night group that met on Saturday morning. Swear to God, they wasn't going to change nothing. They did. They said, we've had that name for 40 years. I love it. So that's why I always say we meet on Monday night. That wasn't to be funny. I'm very serious myself. But I'm so glad to be here. And I really am. Because I have teenagers. They're not here. They're at home with their mama. My kids are at home. Love that. Remember when they went back to school, if you've had kids, and on that day they went back to school, y'all were running through the house going, I seen y'all. But I've never been to Myrtle Beach. It's my first time being in Myrtle Beach. You know how some people say I've never been to y'all's convention. I've never been to y'all's town. I don't even know if you got a Walmart. But I really am. I know what to do, too, because the big book says, telling in a general way what we used to be like. What happened? The hell happened? And what we're like today. And I swear to you, I'm going to try to do that. I will. I'm going to try my best. And I'm telling you, look at this. Billy Ray is something else. I swear he could have played Goober on Andy Griffith. Swear he could have, couldn't he? He called me and said, Roger Dale, I'm Billy Ray. I didn't know whether to salute or sit down or. He said, I'm going to be your host. I said, I love it. Finally, somebody who can understand me. Oh, he's a treat, man. I'm going to ask my wife, can I bring him home? I'll set him on the mantle. In the big book, it says that God's will for the alcoholic is to be happy, joyous, and free. Don't they say that? Everybody didn't say it. Everybody didn't go, yeah. I think it does. It does. And I remember there was a guy in Louisville named Jack S. Jack would explain to me. He'd always explain to me what that meant. He said, Roger, I want you to go home and get a Webster's dictionary. I said, where you get them? And I got one. He said, look the word happy up. And I looked it up, and you know what it says? To be happy, you must be content with what you have. Have you ever been content? I'm content. I'm telling you, man. I ain't got much, but what I got, I'm happy with. I'm married to an idiot. No, I'll take it back. Oh, this is being taped. I'm married to I'm married to a wonderful woman. And I'm content with her. She makes me happy, and I'm happy with her. When I first kissed her, I never moved my face. Remember them days? Some of y'all remember when you used to kiss, you didn't move? Today, I could wash a windshield. Yeah. I ain't lying. Oh, y'all do it too, don't lie. But the point I'm trying to get across to you is that I'm content with what I got. I'm no walk in the park. How would you like to be married to me? When I first started drinking, I didn't eat. I didn't. I just wanted to drink. And you can tell by looking, I'm not drinking. But I'm content with what I have. I'm happy, man. I really am. Happy, joyous. That joy everybody talks about in AA. You know what that joy is? To see other people get sober. I know, I seen my sponsor. He would get so happy because I was starting to get my teeth back. And we'd go in the meeting, and everybody said, look at old Ross. I sponsor it. He was so proud of me. And to be free is to be free of self. And that's the toughest one of the two. To be free of self. Can you imagine getting out of yourself? Say just a half hour. It's a long time. Not thinking about you. It's a long time, seriously. But what a vacation it would be. Be like going to Hawaii. Try it. Try it when you go home tonight. Just try not to think about you for 5 minutes. What a relief, man. I know. I was ate up with me. Happy, joyous, and free. But I come from the country. A lot of people think I'm from Boston. I'm not. I get that a lot. A lot of people think I'm a lawyer or a doctor. Not. I'm a professional transportation coordinator. That means truck driver. And everybody in this room's seen me. Act like y'all haven't. Go ahead, shake. Y'all have never seen me, have you? Lie. Y'all have seen me go down the road. Look. Y'all have seen me. But I am content with being a truck driver. I'm a convicted felon who works for the post office. Shut up. That's why your mail's messed up. Work for the post office, man. I'm amazed. But I come from a very poor family, and being poor, of course, don't make you an alcoholic. Being chubby don't make you an alcoholic. I think being skinny does. I have never liked skinny people. Go on. Well, I'm getting better, though. Thank God for the steps. I can tolerate y'all. I couldn't back in. I grew up, I had to wear them old workman's pants because they didn't make Levi's and Huskies back then. And my dad would take us to the second store and to get second-hand breeches and shirts. And we had polished cotton pants and polished cotton shirts. We'd go to school, look like two little heavy maintenance men. Oh, yeah, that's real funny. I've always been heavy. And some people say, well, I looked in Facebook and I seen a skinny picture of me, of me. I said, that wasn't me. I'm one of them guys you could say, before I got sober, people would say, man, I really like that shirt you got on, it ain't mine. I like your hair, it ain't mine. I could not take a compliment until I got a sponsor, got a home group. And my sponsor started trying to take me through the steps. But I was raised poor, man, and didn't even know it. We was raised on government cheese. Remember government cheese? Government cheese would break a microwave today. That's the truth. And you know those little cheese slicers with that wire? Oh, it'll snap it. You had to take a butcher knife and saw that damn cheese. It was, I guarantee you, if all of us ate government cheese tonight, you can put a lock on that bathroom. Ain't nobody going, we'll all be locked up in here. Government peanut butter, canned milk, remember canned milk? And we thought we was on the road. We thought we were living. My dad would work the farm for rich people, called a sharecropper. And he'd work the farm, and whatever they had, we ate all year. Like they had green beans, we ate green beans all year. They had taters, we had potatoes. Grew apples, we had apples. Grew hay. We didn't eat hay. But my dad would sell the extra hay for extra money. And we were poor, didn't have nothing. I'd go to school in bib overalls. And around Christmas, I loved this. Around Christmas, you know how kids go through the hall, what'd you get for Christmas? I said, what'd you get? They'd say, these green tennis shoes. And my dad would get me and my brother pocket combs. With the chrome, where you can hook it on your pocket. And I'd go, it's hot in here. Whew. And I'd go to school, and somebody'd run up and say, Rods, what'd you get? Say, what do you think? And they'd see that chrome pocket comb. Shut up. And I didn't have hair. My dad would take us to the barber college. Remember the barber college? That's where they trained people to cut hair on poor people. And my daddy was a big old man. Great big man. He looked like an oak tree to me. You know, when you're little, they all look big. And he had bushy hair, big old round shoulders. Man, he was built good, strong looking. And my mother would buy them shirts that had all the X's. And he'd put that shirt on, and they'd almost button right here. And he'd go down and button it right here, and then he had to stop. It wasn't buttoned no more. Because my daddy had a big belly. And he couldn't button that shirt up, and everywhere he went, you could see his belly button. And he always had his finger in it. Swear, I'm not lying. My daddy always had his finger in that belly button like it was a glove. And anywhere we went, they called him Butterball. People would stop and say, Butterball, how you doing? And he'd take that finger out of his belly button and shake in people's hand. And all us kids would go, oh. Man, it's hot in here. Look at Billy Ray again. Man, he's sharper than a butcher knife. I love it. And man, life was so good. I love talking about this era of time. I do, man. Right now, if we was back down the country in Elkton, Kentucky, Todd County, when it got dark like this, everything up on the square was closed. Luke's Pool Hall, hardware, everything shut down. The only thing open was the funeral home. That was our entertainment. I swear, my dad went every night. Every night he took us to the funeral home, and before we went, my mom would say, clean them boys up. He'd take a wash rag and rub our head and rub our face. He goes, they're clean. And would get in that old pickup truck and run up to the town and go around the square and go on the other side to that funeral home. It had an old gravel parking lot. He'd pull in there, and he'd turn that truck off, and I'd reach for them vice grips to open that door. Oh, y'all had it. And right when I reached for, my dad said, hey, wait a minute. We turned and looked at him. He said, do not eat nothing. My dad is a disciplinarian. Y'all don't even know what that is, do you? Y'all looking at me like, what's he talking about? That means he was mean. He meant what he said. He didn't say it twice. And he got out of the truck and went into the old country funeral home that had painted windows. You know, like stained glass. And they had carpet. It was the first time I ever seen carpet. This is in the 50s. Seen carpet for my first time. We walked in, I rubbed it. He goes in the funeral home, somebody's laid out he don't even know. He goes up by the casket and stands up there by that casket with his finger in his belly button. People walk by and he's going, thank y'all for coming. And me and my brother are going around to each car stealing valve caps off valve stems off other people's cars. I'm going somewhere. We're stealing these valve caps. Both of us got bicycles, but none of them has rubber on them. In the country, you can ride on the rim. And it dawned on me when I got sober, I thought, why was we stealing them valve caps? We ain't got nothing to put them on. And we went inside. You go through the kitchen at these old funeral homes, and there's all kind of food laying on the counter. Cornbread, baked beans, green beans, white beans. That is awful. I'm going to stand on my soapbox just for a minute. If somebody dies in your family, don't take beans. I think that's disgrace. Because them families would sit by that casket and they'd go like this. If I die tonight, please don't bring beans. Please don't. I think it's a disgrace. And my dad's up there by that casket. We come in, and right in that kitchen was some cookies, sandwich cookies, with cream on the inside, like little miniature moon pies. And they're made by Piggly Wiggly, and they're called 66. And soon as we seen them, we bush hogged them. Ha! Forgot everything my dad said. And I figured it out. You know why they call them 66? May I inquire? There's 6 across and 11 in each row. Go ahead, add it up. I told my brother said, "You're a genius." Swear he did. I'm pretty sharp. My brother liked Billy Ray. I swear. I'm trying to embarrass you. And we go out into the funeral parlor. There's my daddy up there standing by somebody he don't even know. And he's got his finger in his belly button. And me and my brother Ralph walk in there, and he spotted us. Because we had cookie dust in the corners of our mouth. All over our bibs. He didn't say, "Hey, come here." He waited till we got right up in front of that casket. And he started whooping us. Remember whooping? What I tell you? And all over the funeral home, the people were going, "Look at those heathens." And a guy walked up with a nice suit on, chalky white hair. He said, "Are you Butterball?" And my dad said, "Yes, I am." He said, "Man, we want you to come to Louisville, Kentucky." Did y'all hear me? Louisville. It's not pronounced Louisville. That's in Arkansas. Where I'm from, it's Louisville. You think I'm kidding? You go through there and stop somebody on the street and go, "Is this Louisville?" They'll go, "Yes, it's around here in the alley." And my dad was so excited, he jumped in the truck. We rushed back to that old farmhouse, and my mother is a large woman. Hey. Large woman. I don't say the F word like Billy Ray does. I just say large. And we drove all the way home, pulled up in front of that house. My dad's so excited. He jumped out of the truck, run in the house, grabbed my mother like this, picked her up, and kissed her right in the mouth. And her feet never left the ground. Big woman. If she was alive, she'd say, "That's right." And my daddy told her, he said, "Honey," called her Sis. "Sis, we're going to move to Louisville." And he told her why. And on our pickup truck, we have cattle racks. Y'all know what cattle racks are? Looks like a fence on the back of the pickup truck. He backs up against this house. We only got one stick of furniture. It's an old couch. He pushes this couch on the back of that truck, tied the back legs with grass string in the back. Tied the front legs with grass string, so if you put on the brakes, it wouldn't move, and if you took off, it wouldn't move. Took all kind of Piggly Wiggly bags with underwear, socks, pushed them around that couch, and I had 3 large sisters. He loaded my sisters like cattle, and they took up the whole couch. Wasn't no room left for me and my brother, except on the arm of those chairs. You know what I mean? The couch got an arm here, got an arm here, and my brother sat on one arm of that couch, and I sat on the other arm, and here we go to Louisville. This is before 65 was built. You had to go 31W all the way to Louisville. And, man, we caught every light. You get going real good, you had to stop. Get going real good, you had to stop. And all them underwears are flying out of the back of that truck. We look like the Beverly Hillbillies. But we're riding along for about 3 hours. Today it only takes like 2 hours to get there from Elkton. But, man, we've been riding along. We ain't even close to the place. And my brother's sitting on the arm of that chair shaking his legs like this. I said, Ralph, what's wrong? He said, man, I got to pee. I said, I do too. I said, tell Daddy. He went, hell no. He's scared to death of my daddy. And there's always an idiot in the family. I knock on the back window. Hey, Daddy, we got to pee. And he didn't look for a asphalt parking lot or a rest area. He pulled right off the side of the road. My mother took them 3 girls up in the woods to do their business. I'm telling you, I'm going somewhere. My daddy walked me and my brother to that tailgate, and we stood on the back of that tailgate and peed off the back of that truck while cars went by. And I believe that's what made me drink. By God, I told you I was going somewhere. That's why I drank. I believed it. Yeah, drunks are. We'll drink over anything. Oh, Lent, I'm drunk. We get into Louisville. When you go all 31W turns into Dixie Highway. Dixie Highway goes all the way in till it turns into 18th Street and comes to Market, Billy. Mike, y'all know what I'm talking about. You come right there to Market Street, and if we would have turned right, I would have been brought up in the predominant neighborhood of the East End. But he turned left. Went in a neighborhood called Portland. Roughest neighborhood I ever seen in my life. Nothing but Catholic churches. Y'all know how them Catholics are. And right across the street's a liquor store. I think it was planned. Well, we're riding along. My dad's real observant. And he gets around 22nd Street. And he goes through this neighborhood of nothing but shotgun houses. Y'all know what shotgun houses are? And he spotted one. It had a piece of white cardboard on it and had the number 4 and the word rent. Nothing else. He stopped that truck, went over and took that cardboard off that house and started studying that. Swear he did. And my brother's going, what is he reading? Number 4, word rent. And the old man come out from the next door to that house, went over my dad. He said, you want to rent that house, buddy? My dad said, I'd love to. He didn't say you had to fill out an application, an arrest record, or a financial application. Back in them days, they'd hand you the key and say, have my money in 30 days. And you would. He had my dad that key. He backed up against that house, pushed that couch off in the front room, told Mama and my sisters to sit by that window and watch cars till he comes back. They did it. I swear they'd sit there and go, there's a white one. He went down to Booty Probus's used furniture at 15th and Market, went in there and bought all this furniture. I think he's bringing back brand new furniture, Alan. You know what I'm talking about? Brand new stuff. He come back with a truckload of junk. 4 rowway beds. You know what rowway beds are? The kind you unhook and they fold down. And he pushed it, he rolled them off that truck, set them up in the bedroom. 4 of them. Then he got a table that had chrome around the edge of it. He turned it on the side and rolled it like a wheel. Got it in the kitchen, set it up. Brought in 5 chairs that didn't match. One had a real high back, set it around the table. One of them had a little heart-shaped back. One didn't even have a back. And me and my brothers watching him. Then he brought in a big floor model TV, set it in the front room, went back out in the truck, brought in another TV and set it on top of that TV. I'm elbowing my brother Ralph going, look at this. He goes to work for this trucking union. Back in them days, they paid you cash when you got done. He come back with 2 big sacks of groceries, A&P. Remember A&P? One of those sacks has got a stalk of bologna sticking out of it. He comes in the door, and all us kids follow him back through the house like hungry wolves. He gets in the kitchen, takes out a stalk of bologna, lays it on the table, took out a box of crackers, opened them up, and laid them crackers on the table, and then a jar of mustard, and opened it up, reached in his pocket, pulled out a pocket knife, and licked both sides, and then dried it off. I'm going somewhere. He starts to cut that bologna. He's looking down at me and my brother standing there like this. And he said, how thick y'all want it? This thick or this thick? And he cut it real thick, lay it on top of that cracker. Now, this is when crackers were big crackers. Remember when all 4 of them were stuck together? Oh, wouldn't you like to have that job, breaking them down to singles? That drives me nuts. He takes that same knife, wallers it through the mustard, makes a happy face on that bologna, and man, I took that other cracker, put it on top, and took a big bite of it. That mustard shot through them holes. I turned it sideways and licked that mustard, went in the front room and laid on the floor and watched them 2 TVs. Everybody in here's had 2 TVs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. One of them had the picture and the other one had the sound. Yeah. We were the first people with high fidelity. You know, you're so poor you don't even realize it. And when we take a bath, took a bath on a tub that had claws on the bottom of it. And my dad didn't know about the water bill. He said, I want all 5 of y'all to take a bath, but don't flush that water. Don't flush that water. And we used Ivory soap. Ivory floats. The girls would get in there and take their bath. They'd get out. My oldest sister would get in and take her bath and get out. And then that nasty brother of mine would get in that water. It ain't funny. And make it bubble. He'd get out, Daddy'd say, get in. And I had to part the gray suds. And then when I got out, he'd say, pull the chain. I'd pull that stopper up. Ugh. All that old gray suds were around the tub. But man, we were living. It was a good time in our lives. I ain't kidding you, man. I was so happy. And we started going to school. I went to school where everybody had long hair and had grease in it. Wore black T-shirts, and they wore real tight Levi's. And they were skinny. And me and my brother's first day there, we're walking through the hall in polished cotton pants and in polished cotton shirts. And we get in front of these greasers. They're combing their hair back. And they look at us and they go, hey, we got a light out. And my brother went over and hit this one right in the face. I mean, hit him hard, too. In the big book, Dr. Silkworth said, we go back through our lives. Nothing counts but honesty and thoroughness. Don't it say that? I love it. Nobody goes, oh, yeah. I think it does. It does. Dr. Silkworth said, nothing counts but honesty and thoroughness. We go back through our lives. You know how some people say, well, I don't want to talk. Go do it. Go back, man. Because this is where it started for me. The very next day, we're walking down that hall in the same polished cotton pants, same shirts, same hallway, same greasers. I'm about to have a personality change. It's getting ready to happen. I don't even know it. We're walking down that hall. My brother's in front of me. He can't see me. And we get in front of them greasers. They don't say a word. They're scared of my brother, but he can't see me. As I walk by, I was going like this. I have had a personality change. Honest, right then, I know, because when I finally came to AA and did inventories, I'd always go back to this. This was very important to me, because that's when it started. Later on that day, a little guy named Charlie, they called him Round Man. I like heavy people. Charlie ain't got no neck. He's so heavy. You've seen him. And their arms are out like this. And Charlie came up to me. He says, hey, Raj, you drink, don't you? I go, yeah, I drank. Never had alcohol in me at all. Never. Never had a drink before. He said, be out in front of the school Friday night. I'll have a bottle. I said, all right. Never drank. Went down there Friday night. Charlie's got this bottle, and it's wrapped up in that paper sack. He unwraps it, pulled out a bottle of Orange Rock vodka. Woo! Come on now. Orange Rock vodka. Everybody's drank Orange Rock vodka. You know why you haven't? It's expensive. $1.13 a quart. And Charlie would take that top off that bottle and just throw it away. It was that old tin top, you know. And he'd lean back like this and take a big pull. And then he'd pull it out real fast. He'd start slapping himself in the face. He'd say, come on, Raj, hit me in the face like they do in them movies. I said, hand me that bottle. I grabbed the bottle from him. I leaned back. I get ready to take a big pull. And every time I put alcohol in me, every time. You put alcohol in me, and my jaws stick out. I took a big pull off that bottle, pulled it out, gave it to Charlie. Charlie grabbed that bottle. He leaned back. He takes another big pull, and then he pulled it out. He started bobbing and weaving. He said, come on, Raj, hit me in the jaw like they do in them movies. I'm trying to grab that bottle. I get the bottle, I lean back, take a big pull, and my hands start tightening. And all I can think about is his jaw. I hand the bottle back to Charlie. Charlie grabbed the bottle. I'm standing on the side going, I wish you would. Charlie takes a big pull off of it, and he pulled it out. He goes, hey, Raj! I went, bam! Hit him right in the jaw. And he sat down on the curb and started crying. Started calling me all the Myrtle Beach names. Act like you don't know him. And I got a buzz. Remember Buzz? Hell yeah, you remember. It's why you're here. I mean, I got a buzz. My ears got real warm, and my neck got real red, and I got real sexy. Act like you ain't never did that. You know you did. You think I'm lying? Right by a liquor store tonight and look in the parking lot, that guy hanging on that car going. We've all done it. Y'all more ashamed of it than I am. I'm just getting honest. And man, we walked around the football field. Remember when they had the fence around the field? And we leaned over on the fence and watched the game, and girls would walk behind us. When I got sober, Charlie was 10 years ahead of me. He said, Raj, that never happened. I said, girls didn't walk behind. He said, they walked behind us. But I heard girls say stuff like this. I want you. Kiss me tonight. Charlie said, I never heard that. I said, I heard it. He said, that was your perception. I can't even spell it. I don't know what the heck it means. But he would explain it to me. He said, that's what you wanted to hear. That's what you wanted to see. I didn't know that. But I haven't got to AA yet. And man, I went through all kind of crazy things. I ain't right. Everybody goes, duh. Hello. Wake up, Raj. Ding, 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 ding. I ain't right, man. Because I do dumb stuff. I'd go to places and have to pee on the side of the building, and the cops would pull up. They go, what are you doing? I go, nothing. And they locked me up. Disorderly conduct. And things were starting to happen. My dad didn't like the way I was living. He said, you keep living like that, you're going to have to move back down the country and live with my brother. Daddy, Uncle Boone's a drunk. He said, that's right. He said, if you come in this house one more time, you're going down there. So I tried not to, and it didn't work. And my dad put me on a Greyhound bus back down to stay with my Uncle Boone. My Uncle Boone is a drunk. Now, I saw his truck out the Greyhound bus station. I didn't see him. Where the hell is he? I walk over to the truck, open the door, and his feet fall out. He's laying in the floorboard. I wake him up. He said, you drive. I drive, and he drank. This went on for about an hour ago. I said, Uncle Boone, I drank too. He said, nobody told me. He handed me this old nasty ball. It was nasty. I took a drink of it and handed it back to him, and he took a drink and handed it back to me, and we love each other. I love you, Uncle Boone. I'd run off the road, come back on the road, run off the road, knocking them reflectors down. And the state trooper got behind me, and he come off in the gully with us. I'm off on the side of the road. He's riding behind us. I stopped the truck. He walks up to the truck, Kelly, goes, get out of that truck. I go, I can't, you get in. He got in. He did, he got in, took me and my uncle to jail. Oh, yeah, it's funny tonight. I don't see how people, you know how people say, well, he goes around talking all the time. He's got a great big old ego. I got a big old ego because I got drunk, run off the road, peed on myself. Oh, yeah, that'll give it to you every time. Every time. Took us to jail, and my uncle knew the routine. He crawled underneath this old bench and went to sleep. I'm hollering, I want to see my lawyer. And the cop would say, what's his name? I go, you know it. He said, hey, bud, if you don't shut up, I'm going to take you down to Western Kentucky State Hospital. They got a big rock wall around it. I didn't shut up. He took me down there, walked up them steps, and there's a guy, real hateful guy, standing there at the door with a clipboard. I mean, he looks like somebody peed in his soup. I get up there, man, and he goes, this guy's name is Roger, and that guy tucked me and set me down. He said, hey, we're busy. He said, you might as well go out in the yard. I said, what yard? He said, out the back. We got speakers out there, and we'll call your name. I get out there in the yard, James, and there's a guy sitting near that wall, and he's got his ear like this. I tried to, you know how you try to avoid saying anything? I'm not going to say nothing. I can't take it no more, Chip. I got to ask him. I walked over, I go, what are you listening to? He said, sit down. I sat down. He said, put your ear against there. I go, man, I don't hear nothing. He said, it's been like it all day. I was up on that glass door. Get me out of here. Well, I stayed in there 90 days and didn't change nothing. If you don't change nothing, nothing changes. If you keep on doing what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. And I didn't change nothing. My uncle come to get me, and we didn't change nothing. We took right off drinking. And I started doing stupid stuff, would get arrested. And that old country judge said, we're going to send you to penitentiary. I said, man, I didn't do nothing. He said, everybody sat down there didn't. Sent me to penitentiary, and it was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm telling you, if there's any bad boys in here, penitentiary ain't that bad. It's the only place I know where they'll feed you, they'll clothe you, and if you're lucky enough, you might get in a relationship. Which is exactly what happened to me. Now clean your mind up a little bit. I got into a relationship with a power greater than myself. Put me in a cell with a young black kid from eastern Kentucky. I'm from western Kentucky. He's 22. I'm 39. This kid is my messenger, right on time. God ain't never late. Never late. He's always on time. Look back through your life. There were times you fell off that hood of that car while I was doing 90. It should have killed you. Your skirt was pulled back in front of your face. Yeah. We know all about it. And I'm standing at the front of that penitentiary, at the cell, and I thought, man, if God's going to send me a messenger, he ought to at least send me a white one, like Michael or Eric. Oh, hell no. This has got to be real drama. I get Hambone. His name, everybody called him Hambone. They unchained me, opened up the thing, and Hambone works in the laundry, and he brings the towels to his cell, and he folds them. He's back there folding, he's real happy. When I walked in, he goes, God loves you. I went, wrong cell. And the guards pushed me in there. It was the right cell. I'm telling you, God ain't never late. Always, on time, always. I got in there and he wanted me to pray with him. Huh? Pray with you? I just got here. Good God, man. Can't God wait? My goodness. And I didn't know nothing about praying. All I know is that I'm selfish and self-centered. All I think about is me. I've been in that whirlpool of Roger. All Roger. What a lonely place. If you're here tonight and all you think about is you, I want to pray for you. Because it's so dark and lonely. But I didn't know it. And God put me in the right place, I'm telling you. And that kid would get on his knees in front of me. You don't get on your knees in front of another man in penitentiary. It don't look right. And he'd hold his hand up. He'd say, Roger, won't you pray with me? And I'd say, Hambo, won't you go to hell? That was my best. That's the best thing I had to give him, was to cuss him out. I'm ignorant to the program of AA. It says it in the big book. We were ignorant. And I am. And they put me on this gang that you clean up the highways. Y'all seen them out there picking up trash. I am good. I could pick up trash backwards and jump back up. I can't now. I was younger then. But man, I was good. And then they brought us sticks with nails on. Oh, shut up. I'm cleaning that whole side by myself. I'm down there for 8 months. 8 months. Same thing every morning. I'd get up out of the bunk, Hambone would say, Roger, won't you pray with me? He didn't quit. This is how I know he's my messenger. He was on me. Usually people would say, hey, won't you pray with me? I don't want to. Okay, see you later. Like we could have went somewhere. But he was bold. He was determined. I'm telling you, man, he was on me. And every night I'd come back to the penitentiary and they'd chain us up and they'd get out, they'd unlock us. And the cell would open up and I'd walk in, there he is on his knees. I thought, oh, shit. And he'd do it again. Roger, won't you pray with me? I don't want to pray with you. All right? I'm done. I won't pray with you. Very next morning, did the same thing. Roger, won't you? What is wrong with you, man? So I'm out on it's been 8 months now. I'm out on that highway picking that trash up, and I grabbed a card. It's one of them church tracts. Remember church tracts? And on that tract is a picture of a cross with them 2 sideboards. And there's 2 men running on those sideboards, and they get to the middle of the cross, and the cross lights up. Gets real bright. And I got it. It ain't the big things. It's the little things. I got it, man. I understand now. I've been living in the dark. I thought if that kid, I was thinking this on the bus ride back, if he asked me tonight, I'm praying. I'm going to do it, man. And we're riding back. We get there. I'm standing in front of the cell, and he's on his knees waiting for me. And they let me in. I walked in, and he said, Roger, won't you pray with me? And I, real macho, pushed his hand back. I said, I'll pray with you. I've had it. How much more can you take of you? I've had it, man. And I got down on my knees. And right when I got on my knees, he went off. He went off. If he'd had long hair, he would have stood up. He started praying real loud. I couldn't even understand him. But I knew he was talking to somebody. And then the guards started coming, and right when I heard the guard, 2 white guards, when I heard them, I jumped up. And he got louder. He said, Roger, God don't care who's watching. He said, Roger, God don't care who's listening. And inside my head, I'm going, you want to bring it down? Golly. He said, God is the perfect gentleman. He's ready whenever you're ready. And I'm ready. I'm ready. And I got back down on my knees. And I asked God to help me. I didn't ask him to get me out of penitentiary. I didn't ask him to find me a chick. I didn't ask for nothing. Just help me. And he did. Right then and there, something changed inside of me. That hard heart I got, that we've heard about all weekend, you hard-hearted people. And that was me. And he softened my heart. I used to look at people. I know I've changed because I used to look at people. This side of my head would say, oh, look at her. She's so nice. This side would say, go over and smack the shit out of her. I don't do it no more. I can see y'all now. Don't look at me. I don't do it no more. Where'd it go? But for the grace of God. That's what this whole thing's about. But for the grace of God. We take idiots. I'm speaking for myself. Fools. And we change. There's the old guy in the country at that group, the Tuesday night group meets on Saturday morning. He said, Roger, God wants us to be fishers of men. He said, you go out there and get them and bring them in and God will clean them. I thought, man, that's neat. Because that's what happened to me. And I stayed in that penitentiary. And 2 guys went and talked to the judge that put me in there. Said, man, that guy, he's not a thief. Kinda. He's not a bad guy. He's just a drunk. He needs help. And they will take him into the halfway house, the Talbot house, if you'll let him out. And they let me out. I got out, went to Louisville, Kentucky, where I got sober. Went to Fifth and Avery, man, at the Talbot house. 18 men sleep there. 18 crazy men. Here comes 19. And I went to the Talbot house and I stayed there. And every day we'd walk to meetings. You ever done this? Walk to the meeting, talk about what the meeting was going to be like. Talk about, on the way back, we talked about what they should have said. And I run into a little redheaded girl named Beth. And Beth was the first girl my teeth that fell out. You ever lost your tooth? One tooth? Yeah, you stick your tongue up in that socket. Real mushy. I got 32. And you can't control your tongue. And I was standing back there by the coffee and cookies at the AA meeting. And girls would walk by and they go, oh, he's so funny. I'm like any other drunk. I think I look good. And guess who's there? Charlie. First guy I ever got drunk with. And I went and sat beside Charlie. I said, Charlie, them women back there think I'm funny. He said, no, they think you're a lizard. And I asked Charlie to be my sponsor. Charlie said, I'll be your sponsor. Be at my house this Saturday. I said, what time should I expect you? He said, I'm not coming after you. You find your own way down there. I was at 5th Street. He's at 28th. And I went to his house. He lives in a shotgun house. I've crawled on the floor with Charlie. Both of us destroyed. I've done it with him. I get to his house, and he's got doilies. Shut the hell up. Got doilies on his coffee table. He's got doilies on the couch where you lean your head back. I come in, Charlie said, he said, I want to take you through the first 3 steps. Are you thirsty? Look at me. Am I thirsty? Hell yeah, I'm thirsty. Look at me. I hate when skinny people ask heavy people, are you hungry? No. No, we're not hungry. Are you hungry? Hell yeah, I'm hungry. I'll eat you. Push you on the grill. Charlie said, I'm going to go back in the kitchen and get some lemonade. Do you want some? I said, I do. He said, well, start clapping. Huh? He said, Rod, start clapping. I ain't clapping. He said, we're going to leave. Oh, shit, where am I going to go? Back to the Talbot house. I started clapping. He comes out of I started getting into it. He come back in. And he said, Rod, stop clapping. Took the lemonade from me. I can't wait to ask. I said, why'd you have me clapping? He said, because you're a thief. He said, if your hands are moving, you can't steal nothing. It didn't hurt my feelings. I know what I am. Damn good thief. And that guy started walking me through all 12 steps in his kitchen, around the kitchen table. He'd read the big book to me like I was slow-minded. Just not quick. He'd say, rarely have we seen a person fail who's thoroughly followed our path. You get that, Roger? I ain't got a tooth in my mouth. I go, heck yeah. He shut your mouth. Good God. And he took me to the University of Louisville School of Dentistry. If you're here and you don't have your teeth, start going through the steps. They'll come back. If I don't say nothing tonight, nothing at all, listen to this one word: floss. Remember that. That little red-headed girl, I chased her everywhere. I went everywhere. Every meeting she'd go to, I'd sit right behind her. Her name is Beth. And I'd lean up, I'd say, hey, Beth, when are we going out? And she'd turn around real fast. She'd go, when pigs fly. A year went by. Another year went by. 3rd year, every meeting, I'd see her. When we going out? She said, today. The pig. Swear. She said, I'll go out with you, but we got to find a place that's lidded. I said, how about Dairy Queen? She said, that'll work. She had a car, I didn't. She drove over. I had to walk over her. I go inside and buy 2 ice cream cones, give her ice cream cone, and she grabbed hers and licked it. I'm holding mine, and she turned like this and kissed me right in the mouth. Right in the mouth. I've been in penitentiary. Man, you can just whisper to me, and I'm, I'm telling you, man. She kissed me right. She kissed me right in the mouth, and did nothing move that I could control. And to make a long story short, we started dating, and on Christmas Eve of 1996, I went and bought a ring. Had the receipt. I did. And I came over to her house. She's sharing an apartment with this girl. And she said, I got you a present. And I said, I got you one too. And I got down on my knees. I said, Beth. And I started crying. And she started crying. I'm crying because I can't believe where I'm at. On my knees, asking some girl to marry me. And she said, I'll marry you. And we got married May the 30th, 1997. Nothing but AA people were there. Y'all eat a lot. Ah, dang. We run out of fried bologna and go get chicken. And man, we got married, and in December of 97, we had a little girl named Lily. Don't count it up, it's 9 months. Y'all be riding home now. Wait a minute, Major. It's 9 months. And man, life is so great. And Charlie's my sponsor. And Charlie's married to a woman who looks just like him. Seriously, they're both short and heavy and got short hair. And they look like 2 little bookends. Cutest couple, man. I want to be just like them. Oh, shit. And I'm working, driving a truck. And Beth got pregnant again with another little girl. And the little girl was born on June the 5th, 2001. And right before that, I had an accident and tore my foot off. Truck accident. And my foot grew back. Through a lot of surgeries. I know God's had a hand in my life. I'm telling you. And Katie was born. I got Lily and Katie. And all my life I wanted to live with chicks. Be careful what you pray for. You thought the drains went down easy? Now you got chicks. I take this thing to clean the drain out and I pull out a squirrel. And everything's going great. And I'm in a wheelchair and the phone rang and there was Charlie's sister-in-law. And she said, Raj, are you sitting down? I said, yeah. She said, oh, Raj, I hate to tell you this. She said, Judy's in the hospital. They've been in a wreck. And Charlie's gone. I thought, you're crazy, man. Just talked to him last night. She said, they were going to work this morning and a truck hit them. I couldn't believe it, man. My heart just dropped to my feet. And AA was there to pick us up. Y'all came, and y'all helped us through this. And man, I will be forever grateful to y'all. I mean it. I swear. I lived the greatest life today. We adopted a little boy named Christian. And Christian's voice is starting to change. He's a little bitty boy. He's come home the other day from school. He goes, "Hey, Dad, I'm 10. I'm 10 years old today. I'm double digits." I look at him like he's crazy. And Beth comes in and goes, 1-0, moron. I go, I know. And he's the light of my life. And my girls are too. And you guys are. I'm telling you. When I first came here, I thought I had it all together. But tonight I know together we have it all. Thank y'all for listening.